Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing another mock draft, my third. Let's get it. Okay. Two things right here for the Bears. Do they want to trade back? And who's going to trade with them? I think the best and most realistic option would be the Colts. But this is realistic. So I think I'm going to have Jalen Carter going to the Bears. He's a good defensive player to build around. So the Texans, the top five is pretty what we know is going to happen. So Bryce Young going to the Texans. The Cardinals, they should take Will Anderson. The Colts will take T.J. Stroud. And then the Seahawks. Okay, so it's weird, right? Because you have Geno Smith coming off a great year. But the question is that will he want more money or will he take a pay cut? I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but he's 33 years old. Like, he's not going to be good for a while. And if a 5-year deal with him, that could be just like a fluke season, right? There's like Isaiah Thomas is completely like different league, but Isaiah Thomas, one good year, 31 points, like an all-star selection, all-pro, made an all-pro team, I don't remember which one, but then fell off, right? Fell off a cliff after 1 year. So this could be like that. So I think they drafted a quarterback of the future, Will Levis. Now the Lions, they just need depth at corner, so Devon Witherspoon, perfect pick here. Now the Raiders, so as I'm making this, it has been reported that Derek Carr has been cut. So it's definitely a need for quarterback, but do they want Anthony Richardson? Like it's a tough one because who knows? They could go out and get Aaron Rodgers, right? They could go out and get like Jimmy Garoppolo if they felt like it. So it's a tough one. Or they could I think this is a good option for the Raiders. They could trade for Trey Lance. But I think they're not going to go with any of those. They're going to go with Brian Branch. They just need help on the defense. Like, I'm a Patriots fan, right? We somehow scored 24 points or 27. We put 24 or 27 points on the Raiders. Matt Patricia was our offensive coordinator. So and who was our wide receiver? Hunter Henry, Devontae Parker, that. You know what I mean? That shouldn't be happening. So I think Brian Branch, he can move down to corner. He can play safety. He's basically a hybrid. He's like a Derwin James, I feel like, type of guy. The Falcons, they're gonna take Quentin Johnston. There's no doubt in my mind they're not gonna take any. There's no doubt in my mind. So Quentin Johnston going to the Falcons. But here's where it gets tricky. Do they take Anthony Richardson? Or do they go with a veteran quarterback and kind of not tank this season because they pretty much already did this season, but try to win games, or do they get a veteran quarterback, see how that guy does, and then draft a quarterback? Because next year they have Caleb Williams coming in, but we're not thinking about next year. So, I think they take. It's a tough one, really, but I think they're gonna take. Oh, it's so tough, but I really think they're gonna take just an edge rusher, just to just add some stuff to the defense. So Tyree Wilson. Now the Eagles, they just lost the Super Bowl completely. I think that should have gone to overtime with the holding penalty on James Bradbury, but you can't do much about it. They lost their offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator as I'm recording this, so that sucks for them. But they should go for a center, but if I go to centers, if I play by center, a guard, like the highest center is ranked in the second round. So like, I wouldn't. You definitely want to reach the list of the Patriots. It's Cole Strange, if you get what I'm saying. But the Eagles, Bradbury, I think he's on a 1-year deal, so I don't think he's gonna be there in this year. So I think Christian Gonzalez is a good pick. And then the Titans need everything. I don't know if they're gonna stick it out with Malik, or if they're gonna like go with Tannehill. Probably not though. So I think they're gonna take not a quarterback, because I just built up they're gonna take one, but they're gonna take Lucas Van Ness to help out that defense. Because you can just ride Derrick Henry. You can just run the ball 30 times a game, have a good defense, and win games. So I think that's what they did mostly. Their offense was good, but only because of Derrick Henry. Passing offense, you were gonna throw to who was their best wide receiver? AJ Brown had a 1,000 yarder. Like his highest receiving yards when he was a Titan, full healthy, was 1,100 yards. That's good, but not like a lot of, you know what I mean? So I think they go with an edge, and then the Texans. Here's what I think. I think they make a trade here. And I think the Falcons, if I can find them. Come on, Falcons. What, did I miss them? Oh, there they are. The Falcons do this trade. So it's a 12th, and the Falcons give a third, and next year, this is a fourth, and next year a third to get to the 12th. Or you know what? No, I feel like that's too little. I think they would put in. They would put in Marcus Mariota and a third. Because they need a quarterback to run the season out. Never mind. Nope, not Marcus Mariota. What am I thinking? I'm stupid. They would put in Cordero Patterson. That's what I meant. He's old. He could work out the season for the Texans, be a starter. If he gets injured, well, but you can't do much about that. But I think this is a solid trade for both teams. For trade, accepted. And they're going to take Anthony Richardson. Beautiful. Jets. Is AV2 a guard or attack? I think he's a guard. Attack, I don't remember. But no matter what, I think Paris Johnson, Mekhi Becton, is not it. Was good and then got injured 10 times in 3 years. So, Paris Johnson. And then the Patriots, he's weird, right? Because you could take Peter Skoronski. But then you have Jordan Addison and a Khalija Kancey in Pittsburgh. I don't know what to do. And I think they're gonna trade back. Not with the Steelers though. No. This doesn't need a quarterback. We need a Mac attack. Jones. I think they could use the defense was good this year, but they need corner depth. And the next corner is Joey Porter. So I think what they would do is trade back here. With I think the perfect spot in a team that might trade up here are the Los Angeles Chargers, maybe? I think so. Yep, they would trade up. And hear me out. The Los Angeles Chargers would trade up here. 21st, 14th, and they'd probably give a third. Bill Belichick doesn't know the value of picks. So maybe a next year fourth. They would probably do this. Yep, right. So now they're going to take a defensive lineman, inside defensive, whatever DI stands for. They're going to take Kalijah Kancey. So here's why. Their defense is their interior lineman for the defense is brutally bad. Because I don't even know who they have. Isn't like Sebastian Joseph Day? I want to look up how old he is right now. Because there's no way he's gonna like be the cornerstone, like not cornerstone, but like good for a couple more years. Sebastian Joseph Day, football player, 27, but he's not like the best. You can take a young Kalijah Kancey, a guy who's pretty good, and like imagine having him with all of that defensive stuff, like Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa, like J.C. Jackson. J.C. Jackson wasn't even that good this year. tore his patella knee or whatever. But yeah, I think they do that. Green Bay Packers, so easy. If they're smart, they will take Jordan Addison. But if they're not smart, which I don't think they will be, they'll take Miles Murphy. But I'm gonna pray that they're gonna be smart. So I'm gonna take Jordan Addison. No explanation. You guys should understand this. QB, who's left? Tanner McKee. Oh my God, I forgot Stetson Bennett. Oh, why is he so back down? I remember my last video, just funny, but like, some guy in my last video was like, what was it? He was like, you should take, the Raiders took Max Duggan, 7th overall. Bro, no, just no. So, they're not going to take Tanner McKee. I think, where is he? Michael Mayer. Who's their tight end again? Oh, yeah, I don't know. That's the point. Like, who's their tight end? Logan Thomas? How old is he? Like 34, 33? He's not. He was it for one game. Like, in one game against the Steelers. And everybody thought he was him. But he's not. So, they are going to... I think it's a little bit of a reach, but they need it. And I don't think nobody wants to trade up with them. So... Michael Mayer. The Steelers. I think they're gonna go with Peter Skoronski. No explanation needed. Their offensive line is terrible. The Lions, they're gonna take Brian Breesy, a defensive interior lineman. And the Bucs, it's a tough one here. They need everything. They need everything. But I think they're going to go with Broderick Jones, I think. No, I don't know. It's a tough one. Because you could argue maybe they reach and go Tanner McKee. But I don't see them going with a quarterback or Tanner McKee this early in the draft. He's just like a Mac Jones, I feel like, type of player. I haven't actually seen him play, but I think they could go with... it's a tough one, but I think they trade back. There's nothing here good for them. They have... Actually, you know what? Isn't their left tackle Donovan Smith? But he's on... But if they can't really trade him, he has so much money. I actually can check that. Wait, give me a second. Wait. Is it Donovan Smith? I think it is, right? It is Donovan Smith. So in that case, they're going to take Broderick Jones. Because Donovan Smith, he's old. Too many penalty calls on him. And then guard, center, D-lineman. For the Seahawks, literally nothing. I don't see anything that they could take. They're gonna... No... You know what? They're gonna take Joey Porter. They're gonna take him. Here's why. They have Tariq Woolen. That's it. I don't think they have any other good corner. Jamal Adams, we thought he was him. But he's not. He's not him. So the Patriots. Oh yeah, my bad. I forgot to say one more thing about the Seahawks. Tariq Woolen can't do it by himself, man. He was literally carrying that defense. No, who else? Trey Flowers. They don't have Shaquille Griffin anymore. He's on the Jaguars, so they don't have any other good corner to like put next to him, and they just drafted it. My mock draft, at least. The Patriots, they are in the perfect spot right now. They are taking. They traded back, right? Yep, look at they did. So then now they are gonna take JSN, Jackson Smith. Sorry if I'm pronouncing wrong, but Njigba. I think that's it. They need a wide receiver. I think he's a perfect player that they wanted to get out of N'Keal Harry. Big body. Imagine him next to Devontae Parker. Jacoby Myers like running in the slot. And then you have just have Hunter Henry just running corners and posts. Beautiful. Now for the Ravens, they're going to take Miles Murphy. They need defensive help. Now the Vikings, I think it would make... this is a terrible linebacker class. Nothing. When's the next linebacker? Diane Henley. Second round. Yeah, no. So they're going to take Deonte Banks, who is like a good corner. I don't know him that much. He just rides up the board somehow, but I think he's good. And then the Jaguars, they have... This is something that none of us recognize, but their receiver core wasn't even like full this year. They have Calvin Ridley. You never even realized that. But this team could use like all the offensive linemen are off the board. I think they're gonna take I'm gonna have them trade back here. The Saints. Actually, that's what I was gonna do. The Saints are gonna trade up here, trying to like get some good picks. They're gonna trade. Hear me out. Michael Thomas and a third-round pick. I think this is good because look at the rest of your core, right? You have Christian Kirk, Zay Jones, Calvin Ridley. You could Jamal Agnew, fine, but Michael Thomas, like you have solid 4 receivers with Zay Jones subbing in and out, right? And Calvin Ridley, he's injury prone. So is Michael Thomas, but the chances of them both getting injured are not very high. So I think this is the trade. Boom. Now the Saints, they just traded away a wide receiver. They're going to get back a wide receiver. Zay Flowers. Psych. They're going to go with Dalton Kincaid. Yeah, I would say Dalton Kincaid. Who's their tight end? Taysom Hill? Like, really, bro? Like, he's, like, supposed to be the Swiss Army knife. You can't just be playing tight end most of the snaps. I don't know if he does, but I remember at the start of the year in Madden, it was so funny. But he was listed as tight end for half the year, and then EA finally switched him to being like a quarterback again. But I think they're gonna take Dalton Kincaid. I think that's a good pick. Now the Giants, they need Zay Flowers, perfect. Now the Cowboys, they could use. I guess they could use an edge. Micah Parsons. I assume. I think I don't know if DeMarcus Lawrence plays edge. But you could use some depth with, because I don't know. No. I think you could use depth behind DeMarcus Lawrence, and DeMarcus Lawrence you could move him to the inside or Andre Carter to the inside. So yeah, they're gonna take him. The Bills, Bijan Robinson. Perfect. Seahawks. And then now the Bengals, they didn't take Anton Harrison out of Oklahoma. They need a tackle on the left side. Right tackle is La'el Collins. Left tackle is, if I'm correct, it is Jonah Williams. Wait, isn't he on contract? Might be, but I don't know why it says they need a tackle. But I guess they don't. But they could use Antonio Johnson as like a This is tough, dude. Because now you can look at the second round, see who's there, who could maybe reach here. But yeah, you know what? They could use an edge. Nolan Smith, perfect. I think. I'm not sure. Tanner McKee goes to the New Orleans Saints. Perfect. Fell right to them. The Eagles, they have another pick. I forgot about that. Who did I have them taken before? Christian Gonzalez. Yeah, that makes sense over there. So I think that they would take guard. Cyrus Torrance could be good, but it's a tough one. It's real tough. You could. Why do you need a wide receiver? They have a four-headed monster, including Dallas Goedert. Like, it's beautiful. I think they could use an extra edge with Brandon Graham going into free agency, possibly retiring. So, Will McDonald the 5th, I think, or 6th. So, welcome to the team. Welcome to the Eagles. And then now you have the Chiefs for the final pick. They are going to take... I think they should take a tackle, Anton Harrison. Okay, so about the Chiefs pick, right? I'm so surprised that, I don't want a PFF plus. I'm so surprised that they did not, get, whatchamacallit. They did not get pressured the whole entire game. If I'm going into the stats of that game, right, the Super Bowl game against the Chiefs, and I'm messing up my words, man, against the Eagles, I'm surprised. Look, you can't see obviously, but if I'm going to the Eagles and I'm going to the defensive stats for sacks, not one single sack happened with Hassan Reddick. That whole entire defensive line that had 70 sacks on the season. Not one sack. Not one. It's insane how they held up with the, if I'm correct, their offensive line was not very good. So, Chiefs O-line. Who is it? You have Joe Tooney, right? You have Joe Tooney, Creed Humphrey. Joe Tooney, Orlando Brown. That left side of the line, included center, beautiful. Right side, disgusting. But that's why they have that. And this is my draft. I'm going to just scroll down so then you guys can just look slowly. And then, yeah. This is my draft. Probably not accurate. Probably going to cause some controversy in the comments. I get any comments on my videos anyway. But, yeah. Okay. See ya.